A 2-blink error code is due to a faulty power supply board. And in this TV, we have both a primary and a secondary smaller power supply board. One of the things we're going to be looking at is shorted transistors. This is the most common issue we see with these types of boards. And there are 4 that are generally in question. This one over here, and then these 2 over here. I have my multimeter in beep mode. So when my leads touch, I get a beep. And we're going to put one lead on one of the legs and the other on the other. And we're getting a beep. So that means that all of these are shorted to one another. We'll check this one over here. And the ID location is Q6101, Q6102. So both of these are defective and we're going to need to replace. Let's take a look at these over here. And these are going to be Q6602 and Q6603. No beep, no beep, whoop, no beep, and no beep. So these 2 over here are good, but these 2 here are not, so we'll have to replace those. Let's go ahead and remove the power supply and bring it to the soldering bench. So this is the orientation of the power supply that we had in the TV a second ago. I'm gonna rotate it this way so that we can focus more on these 2 guys, and let's zoom in a little bit. The first thing I'm going to do is unscrew the screws, get them loose, and then we'll start desoldering. And I'm going to lift them off of that heatsink so that it's a little easier for me to desolder so that the heatsink doesn't take away the heat from the soldering iron. Okay, I just got the fume extractor turned on, and I'm going to try to do this on camera. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna start with adding some solder to the joints. With one hand on the other side, I'm gonna be grabbing one of the transistors, and on the top here, I'm gonna be melting all of the solder from all 3 joints at the same time. There we go. So the first one's out. There we go. We're going to do a little bit of cleaning. I'm going to be using this desolder pump to remove the old solder. All right, that's all cleaned up. Now that we have the 2 transistors out of circuit, let's do a quick recheck and confirm our shorts are gone. The reading is open circuit. What this means is that there is no continuity, which is good. So after removing those 2 transistors, or I believe they might be N-channel MOSFETs, I'm not really sure exactly, the shorts are gone. So replacing them should resolve our issue. So I'm going to start by bending the leads. And then folding the transistor into position. All right, and I'm actually going to remove it out. Do the same thing with the other one. And the reason I want to do this is because now that I have the leads bent in the correct spot, it's going to be easier for me to handle the transistor after I put my thermal paste on there. Bending the leads with thermal paste is usually a little messy. We're also going to clean up the heatsink of the old thermal paste. And that's just with isopropyl alcohol and a Q-tip. I'll spread the thermal paste around a little bit. Let's do one last final check on shorts. And I figured we'll do the checks from the top since that's how we did it the first time around. Let's take a look. 7 mega ohms. 7 mega ohms. Yep. So all the shorts are gone. If we go in beep mode, still beeping here, and no more beeps. So we're all set. Uh-oh. So there's one more thing we need to take a look at, and it is this thermal resistor over here. So when these two short out, they tend to knock this guy out as well. And it's supposed to show pretty much a short. Oh, let's scooch that over. And on our multimeter here, it is not showing a short. It is open. We're gonna need to replace it. Let's do the same thing. We'll flip the board over. Just like before, we're gonna start by adding some extra solder to our joints. And we're gonna do this one a little bit differently. So the first thing is I'm gonna strain out the pins. And then we're gonna remove the solder with it still in the joint. Oops. Same thing over here. Well, that wasn't very pretty. And this time, if we did everything correctly, it should just pull right through. Well, this one's loose on that end, but the other side is not actually properly desoldered, so we'll just pull it through like we did the transistors originally. There we go. Since we have most of the solder removed, I'm just going to go with the desolder wick to finish this off. Now, instead of putting this thermal resistor, I'm going to put this type of resistor in instead. So we'll bend the leads. Cut off our excess. And just like before, one more check. We'll go into the beep mode. So if it's a short, we get a beep. And that's what we get. All right, so we are back in business, and now we can bring the board back to the TV and live test it. I just went ahead and reinstalled the power supply into our TV. I actually also did connect an HDMI cable to the main board, so we should get a picture once we plug everything back in, assuming that our repair was successful. So let's plug it in and see what we get. It looks like it just turned on. I just saw the backlight. Take a look at the picture. Yep, we got picture. So it looks like we had a successful repair. If you found this video helpful, useful, leave us a like, subscribe. We'd really appreciate that. Thanks for watching.